Alright, see if we can find anything in here. Getting close to another level up. I might get it before I get through this dungeon. But he died. Spectral matter. Those can be pretty useful on certain builds. That poison doesn't do much damage, but it does slow. Now we're getting into the rats. They have some pretty neat monster infrequents. You don't see them too often, though. Quite a few of them, also. And I just had to freeze up. There's a lot of that in this temple, where your game will totally freeze. And I noticed it's worse. I was here recently playing co-op, and I noticed it's a lot worse on co-op for some reason, even on LAN. I'm gonna have to keep stocked up on energy potions still. I wish there was more items like Onager that has that 22 energy regen per second. There's also a nice shield in Legendary, and I forgot what it's called, and I'm using it on my throwing knife character right now, and it has 10 energy regen per second, and also has some reduced energy cost, and that's a huge help. Crappy helm. Alright, let's move on. Go to the next level. let's take a look. Oops, defense. So Iron Will. This has a ton of different resistances. The entrapment and the stun resistance are probably going to be the most useful to me. Okay, let's take a look here. So there's the 20% stun resistance. I'll get that up higher at some point. The Chimera's coming up here. He's not too tough. He's got a pretty big fire attack, but at least on normal, it's not all that strong. Alright, he's right down here. Now typically I would try to break these traps. Actually, maybe I can do it here. You know, I would do that with a bow or something, or a staff. I don't have. But I guess that worked out okay. Just so you don't have to take any extra damage needlessly. I'm gonna go in. Didn't mean to run right into him though. He's not bad. So got a shield with physical damage, strength, energy regeneration. It's not too bad. And a pendant with some intelligence and energy. This would be, actually, see the one I have has the attack speed on it. 87 energy. This one actually is better as far as the energy goes. Losing some attack speed, but I'm gaining the physical damage. Actually, I'm losing melee damage with this one. I think I'm getting a little bit more energy regen. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'll sacrifice some melee damage.
I have failed. All my life I trained so that I might one day kill a monster like this Telkine. But when the time came, I was not strong enough to defeat him. I fell on the first blow, powerless to move. Now because of my failure, he is the Sickle of Kronos. Can what you say be true? You managed to beat the Telkines in Crete and in Egypt. Thank you, warrior. At least in some way, my family and village have been avenged. At last they can rest in peace. I see now I misjudged you and your abilities when we first met. Now that the Telkine wields the sickle, his power matches that of the gods. There is no telling what terrible purpose he has planned. Hurry! He used the sickle to slash an exit through the wall. Don't worry about me. Follow him. Go!
I got my last inventory bag now.
The practitioner of magic has special needs that I can satisfy. A good day.
A wise man would prepare himself well for the road ahead.
So I still need a hallowed helm. There's a good place in Chang'an.
Safe travels.
Which I'm going to probably farm quite a bit when I get there until I find it. So this quest coming up has all these quest Ichthyans, and they have really good drop rates.
My livestock! My farm! Somebody, get the monsters out before I lose everything!
I did see this thing you speak of. A horde of monsters and their leader held a terrible weapon. They came this way, slashing and burning everything in their path. Anyone who didn't flee was cut down.
So this is where I'm going to do some farming. Try to get a new green weapon. They drop a lot of, well, there's an Axe of Frost. That might be useful. They drop a lot of the Feasting type weapons also. So this one, Cold and Frostburn, that's pretty good. Let me hang on to that. I might end up putting something on there. See if I don't find a better one though. See, not all of them are the quests. See, some of these around the edges, they're just regular Ichthyans. The ones that have the purple name are the quest ones. They got that glow around them, too. They're going to drop at a better rate. I'm going to make some runs here, and we'll come back when I'm done with that, and we'll move on. Let's finish this quest, though.
You killed them! Stranger, you saved my farm! Oh, thank you!
So they'll keep spawning even though the quest is done. I farmed these Ichthyans probably about 10 times, and I found a whole pile of green weapons. So I got a couple Whompers. They're both almost identical. Nothing special about the affixes or anything there. I got a really nice axe. Has poison, which isn't that big of a deal for me, but the cold damage and frostburn is really high for a weapon dropping on normal. 13% cold, 15% frostburn. I got this other one too. It has 9% of each, and this is more in line with what I would expect to find on normal. So this was really nice to get one with that high of damage. So this is going to be my new main weapon. I'm going to use this other one in my alternate setup for now. And I think I was going to throw a bat fang on here. This one has 50% damage to demons. I'm kind of looking ahead a little bit. I like to have a little something extra for Act 4. There's so many demons in Act 4. So whether or not I'll still have this weapon then, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's good enough, but you know, something better still could drop. So I'm going to put that on there. It's got some life leech too, not a real significant amount. The other one I'm just going to hold off on putting anything on it for now. This helm also dropped here, and it has strength, intelligence, and dexterity, and I really can use all three. I don't like giving up the bleeding resistance on this Crown of the Dead. 95% bleeding resistance, so I'm maxed out just from this one piece. I think what I'm going to do, because it's got the less damage from undead, the bleeding resistance, I think I'm going to use it situationally now. There's the bull, the demon bull, has a really big bleeding damage attack. So I'm definitely going to wear it for him later in Act 3. But I'm going to go with this helm right now as like my main helm. Maybe I'll put something on it. I might want to get my relic back off of this. So I'll hang on to that also. And I'm just going to sell these other weapons.
The practitioner of magic has special needs that I can satisfy.
I'm going to sell this Corona also. That should do for now. Let me just check him real quick for a
wise man would prepare himself
hallowed helm is what I really want. Alright, he doesn't have
I
it.
have goods to sell.
Alright, I'm going to move on.
Go
I did log back in just recently, so this all respawned. Just fine, we'll run through it again.
I did see this thing you speak of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I talked to him already. Yeah, lots of green weapons are going to drop here. So even if you're just trying to make some money, you know, they're worth more than regular yellow weapons. So this is a good spot to farm for some gold. Hooked blade of reckless power. So that's a pretty good sword. I don't like the minus health regen. One isn't too bad, but 34% physical damage. It doesn't have any cold or anything that I'm looking for. But if you're like, if I wasn't playing like a storm combination with storm and you had defense, that would be a pretty good weapon for you. Be great if I found a saber tooth that had cold damage on it. I'm pretty sure they can drop that way, but you know, there's so many different affixes. You have to get really lucky to find that one. All right, so we're ready to just move further. We got the Neanderthals coming up. Some other things too, but mostly it's going to be Neanderthals here. Saberclaw. Now the monster charms There's different drop rates on the monster charms, you know, from monster to monster. Saber claws don't drop all that often. Yeti fur drops like crazy. You know, boar hides drop a lot. It seems like the ones you really want. It's hard to get. Pen claws, man. I spent a long time just trying to complete one pen claw on one of my other characters recently. You know, running up and down Great Wall. Probably took 10 runs just to get 2 pieces. I would like to see some of the drop rates increased a little bit. And the viney growth that drops from these plants, that's kind of rare too. I made a character one time. I don't remember exactly how it went. It was a long time ago. And I made it like a really high regen. And I used viney growths on like everything I could. And then combined it with anything else that gave plus health regen. And I got the health regen so high it looked like you would drink a, like it would go up like almost at the rate of a health potion. So it was really good for survivability, but it doesn't help keep you from getting one-shotted. Something can take all your health in one shot, but if they don't, it's pretty hard to kill you. I might try to do that again sometime. I think I might have done it with a hunter and something. I don't remember what else, because the hunter gets that regen spell. I think it's a woodlore. I can't remember right now. Oh, herbal remedy, that's what it is. Also gives you poison resistance. There's a viney growth. Gonna have to drop off some of those in my storage. I'm getting too many of them again. Experience shrine. I'm trying to take advantage of this. The greater potions are dropping now. I'm still picking up the regular ones, which I really shouldn't bother. I don't like even having those. I don't want to run out of the graders and without knowing it all I got is the regular ones, because they don't give me full health back anymore. Definitely going to put some more points in rally. I want to get some more energy regen out of it. At least one more point in the base and then the energy regen portion of it. Just going through way too much energy. These Neanderthals drop a bone axe as a monster infrequent, and it has flat cold damage. If we could find it in the, I think it would probably bone axe of frost or something. If there was such a thing as that, I'm assuming there is. That would be a pretty good weapon to have.
A thing came this way holding a giant sickle, and following it, strange beasts like a swarm of insects. They came like rolling death and then moved on. I wonder what terrible purpose they moved east for.
I'm going to end this kind of abruptly here. We'll pick it up again in episode 35.